What would it mean to be able to talk to angels? How would that change your life? Join us now on Angel Talk Tuesday as the psychic angel channelers Julie Geigel and Susan Schuler allow angels to speak directly through them, sharing messages from beyond. As you bathe in the vibrational frequency of the angels here, you will begin to open up to a stronger and clearer communication of your own. The purpose of this show is to help you awaken, expand, and remember the magnificent being that you are and the mission you came here to fulfill.
Welcome everyone. This is Julie Geigel, International Psychic Medium Trance Channel for Archangel Metatron and Awakened Healer. I offer psychic medium readings and spiritual counseling over the phone and in person in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, and I also teach online classes. And you can find me over at www.juliegeigel.com and on Facebook at Psychic Medium Julie. And our theme for the month, this is our last Tuesday. We got hit with 5 Tuesdays this month. It felt like 5 Tuesdays, but it was only 4. The new earth energy, our spirit scaring your children, is today's topic. And next month for July, I'm excited, we will be talking about rising independence. So some lovely messages I'm sure will be coming across for our month of July. And I just want to invite you quickly to a beautiful preview that Susan and I are hosting coming up July 13th. We're going to be starting up a Lightworkers Mentorship Program, and we will be having a sneak peek at what that will look like, what that will feel like, what you can expect coming up July 13th. That's 1 p.m. Pacific time and 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. And you can register for that on my website at juliegeigel.com or Susan's website as well. So hoping to have you join us there. It's kind of an extension of our live radio show, but we will be able to engage with you directly and help you to discover, are you a light worker? Do you want to become a light worker? What does that mean when Metatron always says the light workers here, we're calling in the light workers. So we'll be able to go into that in a little bit deeper context. Awesome. All right, well, we're ready to get started here today. I'm going to go ahead and ring the tingsha bells to clear out any negative energy and create a pure sacred space for trance channeling. And then I'll invite you to take 3 deep breaths with me. Welcome. I am Metatron, in service to humanity. We are thrilled and delighted as always to join you here this beautiful day, assisting in your ascension and expansion. Opening up all of your gifts and abilities that you have come here to remember, to discover, to experience. And we would like you to journey with us, taking a nice deep breath, allowing yourself to sink deeply into this beautiful space that is being created here for you this day. And we would like to discuss your topic at hand about spirits and psychic children. Those of you that are parents have signed up for a different experience, if you will, than those who are not. And just because you are not a parent does not mean that you are not affected or have the ability to affect children on this planet. So we are here calling all light workers to come forward. You, each and every one of you, play a huge role in the life of children, whether they are small little ones or bigger, more advanced teenagers. In the new earth energy, these children of the earth are also trying to process and make sense of their world. They exist within the two dimensions of form and formlessness, and they move back and forth between these dimensions quite easily. And depending upon the environment around them in the earth plane, they may incur positive experiences or negative experiences as they move through the dimensions of time and space. As an adult on the planet, it is important for you to share your own personal experiences with these children of the light, so that they are not afraid as they move through the different dimensions and they encounter different energies and different beings. There is much that you can say and do to help these little ones stay grounded in their truth as light beings. So do not ignore or dismiss their fears, their frightened cries, or even their nightmares at night. Your perception of your reality has a great influence on their perception of their reality. They are an expansion of your energy without all of the blocks and interference that you have, having engaged in so many years of life experience. they learn quite quickly and easily grasp concepts and ideas that may have taken you years to digest and assimilate. Take the time to speak with these children. Take the time to ask the hard questions, to help them explore and process the information that they are being immersed in. It may be difficult for them to express themselves in the beginning, but the more natural conversations and less emotional attachments that you can have as they bring different things to your awareness, the easier it will be for them to continue to share and to grow with you. They have much to offer you, way beyond what you can see. Open to the gifts that they have brought here for this planet. They are intertwined with you. It is a give and take relationship. As you both continue to awaken and ascend into higher states of consciousness, working with the new order here on this planet. And let's take a moment now to send a beautiful beam of love, a beautiful healing light to all of the children here on planet Earth, dissolving all of their fears, magnifying their light, their grace, their goodness, dissolving your own fears, magnifying your own light, your own goodness. And imagine standing together, hand in hand, arm in arm across the planet. Feel the energy rising up, the power of the new earth. These new children have brought in a new order. It is time. You are being called now. Step into your power and assist with the new earth energy. I am Metatron, and I have spoken here today. This is Julie Geigel channeling Archangel Metatron. Coming up in our next segment is Susan Schuler.
The future of Internet radio is here. OMTimes Radio, IOM FM.
Hi, I'm Kelly Fox, host and astrologer of The Astrology Show. Each week, I'll give you access to the current transits, which are a valuable tool that provide astrological information to help unlock the potential each of us has. Understanding the stars can help steer us in the right direction to make better informed choices. So if you're wondering what's going to happen in your week ahead, be sure to tune in to The Astrology Show for guidance, Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time.
Do you need help with relationships, romance, or career? I'm a triple-tested, accurate, and ethical psychic medium and spiritual counselor. Simply click on my Call Me Now button at juliegeigel.com.
This is Susan Schuler. In life, intention is everything, and I make each of my handmade soy candles and smudging sprays just for you. Go to mediumsusan.com for details.
Hi, this is Lori Walker. Have you picked up your free gift yet? You can download my chakra clearing meditation from my website at loriwalker.com.
And we are
The Psychic Angel Channelers.
From Angel Talk Tuesday.
Well, I finally did it. I opened a 401k.
What? Why? Just wait for the inheritance. We've definitely got a rich uncle somewhere. We're one call away from the winner's circle at the Derby, dinners with multiple forks, a vacation home in the country, using summer as a verb.
You don't actually think that, do you?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org. This message brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Angel Talk Tuesday. This is Susan Schuler. We enjoyed that beautiful channel from Metatron and Julie today, and thank you for that. Hope you enjoyed it as well. As a channeler, I work with a team of guides from the Akashic Records, of whom Jacob is the master teacher and leader of this group. The Akashic Records are where I gain much information during my past life and psychic readings. As a professional psychic medium based in the Los Angeles area, I do readings for clients in person and on the phone and with Skype all over the world. I do frequent mediumship and psychic demonstrations around Los Angeles and other parts of the country as well. I will be back in Western New York and Ontario, Canada from July 27th to August 21st. Aside from private readings and small group readings, due to popular demand, I will be doing 2 demonstrations at the Eagle House in Williamsville on August 1st and then again on August 2nd. Everything usually books up quickly, so if you would like more information, please feel free to email me at mediumsusan@icloud.com. And aside from private readings and demonstrations, I also teach classes. And as Julie mentioned earlier, she and I are excited that we will be teaching a mentorship program for light workers. It's open to 10 people, and it will meet once a month for 4 months. The cost is $99, and we will be teaching about psychic development, mediumship, and connecting to spirit guides, angels, all that beautiful stuff. All the details for any of this information may be found at my website at mediumsusan.com or on my Facebook page at Susan Schuler Psychic Medium. And don't forget, we are accepting calls at 202-570-7057 for mini readings during today's show. So let me just take a nice big deep breath and ask Jacob to step forward. Welcome today. We are pleased to be with you again. Today's topic is a much discussed one in your world because more and more souls are awakening on Earth, and they are now doing it in greater numbers. So many more humans are experiencing your psychic phenomenon. This exciting time is moving fast, with many changes that are shaking the very fiber of your race to its core. Never more has there been a time when there is a need for guidance and understanding than now on your planet. Wave after wave, the changes continue, and every one of you is being called now in your separate ways. We understand that as more things are seen, felt, and experienced on your planet, then it can be unsettling for those experiencing it. But often, far greater uncomfortable for those who are close to those experiencing this phenomenon, but not actually going through it themselves. For those of you who have children who see, feel, and experience the unseen world, you may feel truly out of your element, afraid that a situation has arisen that you are not equipped to deal with, for you may not comprehend it yourself. With that of a child, often imagination and truth can be blurred lines, and we understand that when you do not see, feel, or experience the unseen world all around you, that the first inclination you may have is to tell your child they are imagining things. Children, by their very nature, are close to the spirit world. They have not been poisoned yet and indoctrinated to know what they are supposed to experience, so they are far more open to experiencing things than most adults. As your humans age, you become more logical and have a much harder time allowing your minds to open. In essence, most humans are pretty well shut down by the time they become teenagers because they have accepted your societal norms. If a child is raised in an environment that understands that only perhaps 10% of the things that occur in your world can be proven, he or she will have a much less fear-based concept when they deal with the unexpected phenomenon on your planet. They will be able to embrace the idea of the unseen world in an exciting way rather than negative or fearful. So much of how your child will handle their budding gifts depends on how those adults they trust react and respond to them when they share these experiences. We are most pleased that so many people on your planet are waking up, and how even your mainstream programs now acknowledge there is an unseen world. For years, due to most religions, if anything was experienced outside the mainstream knowledge, it was immediately labeled as evil. We are most pleased that people are beginning to understand that this simply is not the case. These children are just far more perceptive than many of their adult counterparts who have been numbed and switched off due to the societal norms they have embraced. If you are an adult who loves a child with the ability to see far more than just what one sees with the naked eye, we understand how challenging this can be, especially when you may not be able to experience the same thing. The biggest problem we have seen is an immediate refusal to listen and hear what a child may be saying, simply because it challenges or opposes the adult's belief system. So if you know a child who speaks of seeing, hearing, or experiencing the unexplained world, we remind you firstly to just allow them the opportunity to explain what they are experiencing, rather than telling them it simply cannot be. For those who experience these things, they are indeed very real and can be confusing. Therefore, the first step should always be to listen and to ask questions. But please do so in a way as to not frighten the child, for they may be frightened already. We see that far more of the adults are fear-based, however, than the children who experience things. Angels, guides, and your loved ones in spirit are all around you. Your children are closer to the spirit world and therefore have a far easier time experiencing them. Ask them what they see. how it makes them feel. For these children are seeking guidance from you. If you react in a way that these things are bad, your children will become fear-based, and that can lead to many problems down the road. Like we have mentioned in the past, as the adult, it is your job to ascertain the vibration behind what your children hear and see. This can only be done by being curious and asking questions, not by demonstrating your own personal fears. Remember, high vibrational beings will never intentionally frighten your child or give them negative messages. So you as an adult need to be able to keep an open dialogue with these children so you can determine the intent behind these experiences. For it is so easy on your planet to jump on the mental illness train and go the route of prescription drugs to dull and numb the minds of these beautiful, gifted young people. And believe us when we say, this has become a widespread epidemic on your planet. Due to a child's limited understanding, it may be exceptionally hard to pull out a full explanation of what is happening. And there are many professionals on your planet who can help, but just be aware the first reaction may very well be mental illness. So we ask that you be thorough with your findings before coming to a conclusion as to how best to proceed. If your child can see and hear the spirit world, they often can be seen as a ray of light and will therefore attract more spirits, not to do them harm, but only who may be attracted to them. Simply setting up boundaries with the spirit world can help, for this high vibrational world in no way intends to intentionally frighten your child. So if your child speaks of people coming to them at night, it may very well be relatives and loved ones from the spirit world. So ask your child about this. What do they look like? Did they hear them speak? Was the voice outside their head, or did it come from inside their own? What did they communicate? How did this make them feel? This is often the case for children who have pretend friends, and can very often be the child's loved ones in spirit or angels and guides playing with the children. Everything goes back to intention that comes from these interactions, for never forget the high vibrational place that the spirit world resides will never intentionally incite fear or negativity, but only love. Since children may not fully comprehend things, this may frighten them. So regardless if you experience these things or not, as the loving adult in their life, it is your job to ascertain the vibration and experience behind it. A vast majority of the time, it is a friendly presence. This is Susan Schuler channeling Jacob from the Akashic Records. Please stay tuned for the beautiful Lori Walker, who will be channeling Rialta. Thank you.
The cutting edge of conscious radio, OMTimes Radio, IOM FM. Host your show on IOM FM, the radio network of OMTimes Media, one of the more recognized brand names in the conscious community, and is backed by the extensive marketing reach of OMTimes. Hosting a show on IOM FM immediately connects you with our extensive dedicated community.
Hi Hi, this is Julie Geigel. Would you like to know the secret to manifesting? Join our next Manifesting Mastermind to create miracles of health, wealth, love, and joy. Sign up at juliegeigel.com.
Why wonder when you can know? Hi, this is psychic medium Susan Schuler. Let me help you get the answers. Schedule an appointment today at mediumsusan.com.
Hi, this is Lori Walker. Would you like to receive daily inspiration? Join me on Instagram and Facebook at Lori Walker, Psychic Medium Healer.
And we are
The Psychic Angel Channelers.
From Angel Talk Tuesday.
Aloha, my name is Jennifer O'Neill, and I'd like to invite you to come join me every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Hawaii Standard Time for my show, Spirit Chat. Spirit Chat focuses on simplifying the process of using the spiritual tools and gifts you were born with in a way that fits into your everyday life. I also teach different techniques that will help you learn how to navigate the spirit realm and empower you on your own spiritual journey. So join me this Wednesday as I guide you through the spirit world.
Today, my new dad and I shot off a rocket in the park.
Today, my new son and I failed to shoot off a rocket.
The rocket launched into the air.
And then crashed into the pond.
I'll never forget that day.
I'll never forget that day, even if I tried.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are. For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Angel Talk Tuesday. Thank you, Susan Schuler, for that wisdom from Jacob, a master teacher of the Akasha. My name's Lori Walker, and for the past 30 years, I've been a registered nurse practitioner, and a nurse midwife. I've been delivering babies' spirits to their loving families for that long, really. And being a spiritual medium and trance channel for the last 10 years, I consider myself a midwife to spirit, bringing spirit to your families. Angels are defined as messengers from God, and here on Angel Talk Tuesday, be able to channel Rialta from the angelic realm. Rialta represents a group of angels who initially identified themselves as we are many. So you may hear them refer to themselves as we. Additionally, I offer private and group psychic and mediumal healer, Reiki master, and ordained minister. I do house clearings, relationship readings for partners and families with new babies, and do public demonstrations of mediumship. I've also hosted spiritual development groups for many years, and I mentor budding mediums. I also offer private spiritual counseling, and I've been honored to assist loved ones in passing to the spirit world or midwifing them to the other side. These services are offered in my home in San Clemente, California, or via Skype, FaceTime, or I do phone appointments. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Lori Walker, Psychic Medium. This is where I'll be posting inspirational quotes and upcoming events. Check out my website, too, for your free gift of 2 different meditations and videos of recent public demonstrations of mediumship. That's at loriwalker.com, and that's Lori, L-O-R-R-I, walker.com. Also, I have a YouTube channel where you can learn and see more about the mediumship demonstrations. So, if you just give me a moment to blend with Rialta. Greetings, dear ones. Opportunity to gain insight to that which we have to offer today. We understand that the topic at question, communication between spirit and your sensitive young ones. We understand that this may produce confusion or discomfort during their learning phase. In fact, our channel, Lori, experienced this herself as a youth. Encounters were misunderstood and misinterpreted, causing anxiety and fear when no one could teach her about these new communications. The process was and can be different and difficult, great challenges for young ones. We ask you to consider this. Aren't all new ways of communication a bit of a challenge? For example, learning to navigate the internet, or perhaps learning a new language, or using a new cell phone. Some of you see these opportunities as exciting, or will seek tutorials or mentorship. But it is your perspective which gives you ease or dis-ease, is it not? As parents or adults who are working or living with young ones, you are the living examples of how to respond to events or experiences for these young ones. For example, if one demonstrates fear or terror by seeing a small spider drop down and precariously dangle in front of you, teach the young ones to fear this small being. What do you see you are teaching your little ones? Some of you may be experiencing various things, or the little ones are experiencing certain things, causing them upset. These little ones may be seen as overly sensitive. Perhaps, particularly, we see some are fearful of being alone. We ask you to notice this. Are not all vibrations amplified in this enclosed bathroom? Sounds are louder. Everything is more intense. There is all the vibration and all the energy of spirit becomes more dense in these spaces. Is therefore for the little ones who are more sensitive. Perhaps these little ones do not wish to. We ask you to consider this. When the sights and sounds of the day are quieted, the more subtle sounds and vibrations are more easily felt in the darkness. The awareness of spirit is not blanketed by the sights and sounds of radios, TVs, cell phones, or conversations. So these sensitive little ones are just that sensitive. They can be assisted into adjusting to these senses. Speak with them about what they are experiencing. Speak with curiosity, without fear or judgment. Ask them about what it is that they felt or saw. Did it make their ears perk up like bunnies? Did it make them feel excited, like going on roller coasters? Did it feel like a grandma? Or perhaps a friend? A girl? A boy? A puppy? A kitten? You see, you can offer the perspective of curiosity instead of fear. And just as a child may have fear related to bad dreams, you can comfort and love these little ones through their learning experience of communication with spirit. Perhaps the little ones are, you can communicate via emails. That meaning being without in the same room as someone else, learning that you can understand someone's emotions and thoughts without words, without hearing them. Similarly, communication with grandma or angels can be experienced without an electronic device. How exciting is that? Your little ones are learning so much about events which occur in a virtual reality. It can be easier for them to understand that these things which have come before them are similar. Allow ease and gentleness, curiosity, playfulness. You can set the tone of the learning opportunity. If you do not know what to tell the little ones, then just be curious. Allow them to share this with you. Rialta offers these considerations to you with love and blessings. And at this time, this is Lori Walker, and I'm being reminded of seeing friends who've come to my home with children, and the little child home, possibly because of the work I do. And they weren't afraid, but curious. And we just asked them questions. Was it a woman? What did you feel? And since that time, this little boy has begun to speak about his experiences without fear. It's really a beautiful thing. He'll sense whether there's angels in the room and tell us, or if there's no angels in the room. So I'm just being reminded of that, and I wanted to share it with you as an example that I've experienced in my own life. And it's been a beautiful thing to be able to nurture these experiencing. So be open, offered today. So this is Lori Walker, and you'll be able to find me over at loriwalker.com. Stay tuned for more psychic discussion about today's channeling, and I believe we have a caller, so exciting. We'll be doing that next.
Bringing a more conscious lifestyle to your world. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.
Looking for inspiration?
Want to be inspired?
Not sure where to go?
Find Mark and Kim every Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern on Inspired Living.
Topics will elevate consciousness and range from metaphysics to the human and social experience and all things spiritual.
Welcome to an inspired community that offers support, encouragement, and new ways of thinking. You are the inspired and the inspiration.
Hi, this is Julie Geigel. Would you like a free psychic reading? Become a member of our inner circle and get a free reading today. Sign up at juliegeigel.com.
Hi, this is Susan Schuler. Have you stopped by my website to download your free mini grounding meditation? Do so now at mediumsusan.com.
Would you like to speak with an angel? Hi, I'm Lori Walker, a trance channel for Rialta from the angelic realm. Book your session now at loriwalker.com.
And we are
the Psychic Angel Channelers
from Angel Talk Tuesday.
When is the best time to talk to your family about staying in touch during a disaster? When floodwaters reach your door? When wildfires are engulfing the edge of your neighborhood? Or an earthquake is destroying buildings? Or is the best time perhaps today? During a disaster, you may not be able to stay in touch with your family or friends as easily as you think. Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Welcome back. This is Julie Geigel. Thank you for listening to Angel Talk Tuesday, hosted every Tuesday on OMTimes Radio. And thank you, Lori, for that beautiful message from Rialta. Just love her energy. And we've got a caller. So we do give away one free psychic reading during our show. And we're thrilled to have Aubrey today from Los Angeles. Hello, Aubrey.
Hi.
Awesome that you can join us here this morning. Did you have a comment about our show or a psychic question you'd like help with?
No comment. My mom actually gave me the phone number and recommended that I call. I just had a question about, I don't know, if I can just give someone's name and maybe you can tell me something.
Okay, so is it you're looking for a medium reading or a psychic?
Psychic.
Okay, and what's their first name?
Daniel.
Daniel. And did you have any specific questions about Daniel today?
I mean, I do, but I would rather just have it be whatever the person feels or thinks about it versus me saying anything.
May I interrupt for just a second?
Yeah.
I just want to make sure she understands the difference between psychic and mediumship. Daniel is not in spirit. Is that correct?
Correct. He's alive.
Okay, thank you. Just want to make sure.
Yeah.
I also want to interject. To do a reading on someone else, we have to go through you. And so it needs to be, we can't directly go to him. Excuse me. So I feel like we need it specifically because it has to be related to you. We can't give a reading to someone else without their consent unless we go through you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So what is it that you would like to know about Daniel? How does he pertain to your life?
Well, we met a little over a week ago, and he basically just said that he's probably moving to Israel for a while, but I want to know if that means like we can never be together or if we will end up together or what the situation is.
Okay, so you want to know about a possible future relationship with Daniel, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And so
Aubrey,
I'm just going to jump in real quick, Susan, then we'll turn it over to you here. I did pull a card from the romance deck for you today, Aubrey, and the card that comes up is the retreat card. So what I'm seeing with this card is that this is a time to take a step back and just kind of reflect and analyze the situation. This isn't a time to take any action or do anything specific. It's all about divine timing when it comes to Daniel. And right now I'm just seeing that the timing isn't right. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean that he won't come back around in your life. It just means right now there's something that he needs to go and do before he comes back and reconnects with you, if he does choose to do that. Susan?
Okay.
Aubrey, okay, I'm getting a little bit more on that. First of all, with Daniel, I just see so much confusion in his head right now. So I do know that he did feel the connection with you in the same way that you've felt the connection. And I think it's kind of thrown like a big monkey wrench in his long-term plan. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. And that being said, it's sort of like, I'm hearing the old song, should I stay or should I go? It's just sort of like that. But I do agree with Julie. He needs to go. He's supposed to do this. And it'll work. It'll play out in the way that it will play out. I'm not sure if you want to hear everything that I've got here, but I think this is a bit of an epiphany for you, but I don't know if I necessarily see the relationship moving forward in the way that you hope it might. But I just feel like it's important to stay open-minded at this point, like Julie said.
Yeah. Lori, any thoughts?
Yes. Aubrey, what I'm getting from you is that this was a good opportunity. I mean, a good feeling opportunity, but I feel like it intuitively you have on, and I feel that you are feeling hopeful, and I feel that both of you feel also agree with Susan that he's got so much going. What I'm seeing is that when he gets back to Israel, there's like a whirlwind happening that he's going to be very swept up in it, and it's not he won't be able to communicate that much with you, but it's not because of you. So don't take it personally. It's what's happening is I'm seeing him caught up in a whirlwind, and so he won't be able to give you as much attention as you would like. I also agree with Julie in that it doesn't mean that he won't come back into your life and show up. I feel that there will be, but I don't feel that it'll be, you're kind of hoping that it will be at this time. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Aubrey, for stopping by today. We hope that might help a little bit. And thank you for your support with the show.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. All right. So exciting when we can help our listeners navigate, especially through that romantic, stormy sea. So let's just check in briefly. We've got about 3 minutes here to wrap up with the channeling. So one favorite thing from Metatron. Susan?
Wait a minute. I wasn't ready for that. Oh, gosh. One favorite thing from Metatron. Yikes. The fact that he talks about how children move between dimensions easily. I like that to me. And also the fact of what he says about sharing your own personal experiences with kids. I think it makes kids feel better to know that this isn't the first time that something like this has happened. And if you can give your own personal experiences, it just makes them feel more connected and like they're not weird or something's wrong.
Beautiful. Love that. Love that. Lori, your favorite thing on Susan's channeling?
Oh, on Susan's. Oops, I thought it was time for me. Let's see. I loved the part that Jacob mentioned about let them know that they're raised in an environment where really only 10% can be explained, and that would help them to embrace the unseen world. I loved that. Wow. Just like if you had that reality. Yeah, that was good.
Really like that too. And I love that Rialta talked a lot about curiosity, and I really, really loved how she said to offer the perspective of curiosity instead of fear. And I believe all three of us really talked a lot about questions. Be sure to ask questions. Be sure to go there with them, because I know a lot of times as parents too, it's like, I'm on a as needed basis, and I don't need to know everything. But sometimes with children, especially the little ones, we do need to help them process that information. And if we don't give them an outlet, if we don't give them some resources and tools to assimilate the information, then they will shut it down and shut it off. Any thoughts, Susan?
Yeah, it's really interesting that you say that, because I remember as a kid hearing voices and looking at my sister who was older than me and just saying, "Do you hear that?" And she totally shut me down. And I just learned to really not express it at all. And my mother was one of those people who would say it was your imagination and go back into your bedroom, and you'd be standing there and you knew there were people standing with you and you're like, I don't want to go back in there. So yeah, it was pretty scary.
Yeah, Yeah, absolutely. Lori?
I agree. I was kind of a scared little kid all the time, and it just sort of felt like I could feel the presence, and maybe other people can have the experience the same, where I could feel like it was like somebody was standing right over my shoulder, or that somebody was going to pop out from behind the door, and I was just frightened all the time. And now I realize that was just spirit trying to go tap me on the shoulder and go, "Hey, can we talk? Hey, can we talk?" And now I can understand it, but as a kid, I didn't get it. I was just kind of scared all the time.
Yeah, and I totally relate to that, Lori. I mean, I had nightmares all the time, even now. I mean, it's not as bad, certainly, but I will wake up screaming in the middle of the night. My husband will be shaking me. He's like, wake up, wake up. It's like, oh my gosh. But yeah, I mean, I did. I had insomnia. I had a hard time sleeping at night because the nightmares were constant. And I think that just having that outlet, being able to talk about feeling all these energies, sensing all this presence, and understanding how to ground yourself as children. I mean, nobody ever talked to me about any of that stuff. And so just being highly sensitive, I was so overwhelmed with stuff that I think that part of it just started to come out at night, as nightmares, as that fear realized at night. But yeah, this was a tough topic to hit, and I'm so glad that we came in strong with it. Beautiful messages today. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time out of your day to join us here on Angel Talk Tuesday. Archives are posted 24 hours after the live show airs. Don't forget to join us in the break room over on Facebook at Angel Talk Tuesday. And remember, you have a plethora of angels uplifting, inspiring, and enfolding you in God's love every day. This is the Psychic Angel Channelers, Julie Geigel, Susan Schuler, and Lori Walker, helping you connect with your own angelic team.